Hey, how we doing, everybody? I apologize for being a little late on this one. Like I said, after a really good win and 2 weeks in a row of really good wins, I had to watch it a couple more times just to make sure I was honest with myself and I wasn't just so excited about the win. Um, Before we get started, this is that real Texas Team Podcast, Mike Sincerities, Week 5, Episode 3. Like, subscribe, follow, share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with your foes, share it with your enemies, share it with everybody. We want to have as many people in here commenting and talking about the Houston Texans as possible. Even if they happen to accidentally be a Cowboys fan, you wouldn't do that on purpose, but it happens. The first thing to start off, this win was just good. It felt good. It felt great. This was what we needed. This was the Houston Texans as a franchise's first win ever in Baltimore. Do you know how crazy that sounds to never have won in the city of Baltimore? Can't say that anymore. I don't care. I know everyone is saying, oh, well, the Baltimore Ravens were injured. Half the team wasn't playing. It doesn't matter. This is football. There's somebody injured every game. They are not going to, if it had been the other way around and most of the Houston Texans team would have been injured, you think they'd have been like, well, we beat an injured, limping team. No, it doesn't matter. This is football. Every last one of those guys on the field get paid to play football. So with that being said, the Texans stomped the Baltimore Ravens 44-10. Whew. I don't even know where to start with this, but like CJ looked like CJ again. His swag was back. He was slinging the ball all over the field. He was making quick decisions, and the man took off running. Y'all got to remember earlier this week, they were talking a little bit about CJ saying that he felt like he was getting old because he wasn't as fast as he was in high school. That man was 180 pounds soaking wet when he was in high school. Of course, he was probably faster. You name any of us that wasn't faster when we were in high school in our 20s. It's not often as we get older, we get faster. So it's not really the craziest thing in the world. We get bigger, we get stronger. But not often do we get faster. But yeah, CJ took off for a 30-yard run that I thought he had a touchdown on. Referees called it back for good reason. Looking at instant replay, it definitely wasn't a touchdown. It was great to watch. Everybody was getting involved. We had Nico Collins getting the ball. Dalton Schultz, like I said, looks like he's having a resurgent year, at least a Pro Bowl year, if nothing else. And it's not technically a contract year. Well, he has one more year after this, but it's no more guaranteed money. This is whether the Texans keep him or not. So he's having a great year. Xavier Hutchinson with two tutties, 2 touchdowns. Oh, come on, X-Man. You trying to show him. But not to be outdone, those other 2 Iowa State boys did pretty good too. Jaden Higgins got, if I'm not mistaken, 2 receptions, looking pretty good. And Jalen Noel got his first NFL touchdown. Now, it might be a little disrespectful, but he did pull out the Ray Lewis squirrel dance. He did it. Pissed off the fans, pissed off a guy that probably really should have been. Yeah, like he's been on the Ravens a smattering of minutes, man. He's been on there 5 weeks. So technically, since he's been on the Ravens, they've been bad. But he got a little upset and tried to take the ball from Jalen Noel. And Jalen like, nah, man, I'm not having this. Is my first touchdown in the NFL. There was a little bit of struggle, a little bit of tussle, but nothing too major, man. That guy can go sit his ass down. It was a really good game. Like I said, the Texans offense was humming full speed. Everything was going good. The offensive line was looking pretty good. The 2 times that CJ was sacked, whether to blame it on the offensive lineman or the call, like I said, it happens. And it put Titus Howard against a speed rusher, which is not, and when I say a speed rusher, a guy that's barely a linebacker. He would be a safety any other year. He's playing linebacker. That's the hard one for Titus Howard. That's not his strength. But needless to say, it was still a great game. Man, I even Nick Chubb scampered away looking like Nick Chubb of old. He took off, man. This entire offensive game was just perfect. Nick Caley, good job calling it. CJ, good job of enacting what needed to be happen. Our running backs took care of their business. The game was so good. We had a Dameon Pierce and a Davis Mills sighting because they just like, you know what? We have no reason to go back out there and just keep drumming their head in. Those guys went out there. And like I said, CJ had 4 touchdowns and did not play the fourth quarter. That's a good game. That's a good game to be heard from anywhere. And yeah, I know Lamar Jackson wasn't playing, but be honest, man, the Ravens weren't playing good when everybody was healthy. So let's put that out there. But with that being said, Will Anderson is a monster. He is leading the NFL in pressure rate. He's leading the NFL in pressures. The man only had 22 snaps on defense. Didn't need him anymore. Everybody got a little bit of Danielle Hunter doing his thing. And Jalen goddamn Petrie. Bro, there ain't much more to say. 2 interceptions. 2 of them. One of them he perfectly read on a screen. I'm sorry, not even a screen pass. A pass in the flat to Derrick Henry. He read it, dove out, caught it perfectly, hopped up, and took off running. Looked great. Looks like a guy who has ball skills. The second one, pass to Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is juggling it all over the place. He's looking like a guy that's never played football before. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Mark Andrews has had it bad since last year playoffs, but hey, it's neither here nor there. If you have him in fantasy, I apologize. I am one of these people. I have him in one of my fantasy leagues too, and it ain't treating me great. Damn near handed the ball off to Jalen Petrie. He picked it off, took it off again. Jalen Petrie has 3 interceptions on the year. He's actually leading the Texans in interceptions so far this year. He's having a great year. Like I said, it's definitely not a contract year because he's already got his money. Looking great, looking like a great football player. Our defense has continued to look good. There was one play to where Zay Flowers sort of got behind the defense and had Derek Stingley looking a little different than what he's supposed to, stumbled over there. But hey, 10 points allowed. And being completely honest, shut Derrick Henry's ass down. Not even really a factor. This defense was going. Oh, and in case you didn't see the game, Jalen Petrie can hit too. If you don't believe me, ask Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry got his ass blown up by Jalen Petrie. It's Christian Harris didn't even dress out. One of the things that was a little bit different about the defense, it appeared as if Aziz and E.J. Speed were the 2 starting linebackers. Now, I will admit we played a lot of 3 linebackers, so you still saw Henry toe-to-toe in there, but I do believe E.J. Speed was actually the other starting linebacker. These guys are playing lights out. The Texans defense is ranked number 1 as the lowest scoring defense in the NFL. And it's about damn near 20 points. We have not allowed more than 20 points all year long. All year long. That's where we're at. This is an amazing defense. It is a historically good defense. And I know it's not getting as much talk about because the Texans were struggling before. But if this offense resurgence that we're having right now is real, and it's not based on the fact that we're playing losing teams, which I don't believe it is. Because the thing is, whether you're playing good teams or bad teams, it's all about execution. And the Texans' execution right now looks good. It has looked good for 6 quarters so far this year. And it's 6 quarters in a row. The last 2 quarters of the Tennessee Titans game and the entire 4 quarters against the Baltimore Ravens. No complaints can be had. If there was anything we can do better, is continue to work on our tackling, wrapping up. Kamari Lassiter finally looking more like himself again. Derek Stingley continued doing Derek Stingley things. And a guy that we did not expect very much from, but he is looking great, MJ Stewart. I will admit the defense looks better since letting go of Chauncey. Since cutting Chauncey. Oh, and the even funnier thing, that's one of the good things about doing this a little bit later now. Chauncey is a Baltimore Raven. On the practice squad, be it, but he is a Baltimore Raven. Fuck him. We didn't need him. It does appear soon that Jimmy Ward will be back in the fold, so we're going to be good. Jalen Reed as well will also be coming off IR very soon. Now, hopefully, with us going into a bye week, this just gives everybody more time to heal up and get perfectly healthy. That's one of the things I would love to happen out of this bye week is just get healthy. Get healthy. Get completely healthy. Remember this feeling. Go watch some game film and see what you did good and continue to do it good. Like I said, all of the Texans rookies got involved, and I mean all of them that are on the active roster and healthy. Like I said, Noel got his first touchdown. Higgins is out there running patterns, getting passes. Ursary holding it down over there, looking like a monster. That is a big human being. And speaking of big human beings, Trent Brown was practicing this week. Now, they didn't make him available for the Ravens game, but I just think they did that because they didn't have to. We even saw Blake Fisher sighting as a sixth offensive lineman. He went in to play some tight end as an extra tight end just to have another body on the field. And he didn't play bad. He did his job. And one of the biggest things that we were questioning about our offensive line was the interior. Juice Scruggs is holding it down at the left guard. Andrews is holding it down at center. And I forgot the young man that's playing right guard, but because I forgot his name, lets you know what he's doing. He's doing his job. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. We're not mentioning him. So yeah, let's go Texans. Like I said, we're on a bye week right now. Everything's great in Houston. I don't know what else to really say about it, man. I'm just being honest. This was a good win. And like I said, I do not believe that this is a one-time thing. I feel like it's time for the Texans to go on a run. Now, we do play a much better team when we come off the bye week, the Seattle Seahawks, but still, when it comes to our defense, ain't much competing with it. Let's just get out there and do it. And Jaquavius, the 1-2 punch of Jaquavius and Nick Chubb, it's just good, man. I don't have any complaints. I'm excited, man. It sucks that we have to do a bye week. So you'll probably see a little bit more from us on that Real Texas Team podcast. Just talking a little shit and bringing a little people in. Like we said, this bye week it's boring. Like, so I had to watch the Jacksonville Jaguars play Monday Night Football, and they look pretty good. The Glitter Kitties look pretty good. The Colts are still doing their damn thing. The Texans just have to keep winning. Titans, well, it was never the Titans. Just keep it real. But this is the first time in weeks that all the AFC South teams won, even the Titans. Ugliest win I've seen in a long time, but they did win. The Colts beat the brakes off of the Raiders. I guess that's just a bad team. Maybe I'm just confused. And I want to call them the Oakland Raiders, but that's disrespectful to the city of Oakland. Those are the Las Vegas Raiders. They don't want no part of that. Let's just get it, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Let us know what we could be doing better. Comments, everything. We want more Texans fans eyes to see what we have. We want y'all to come in and join the conversations. Come be a part of That Real Texas Team podcast. That Real Texas Team podcast. All right. Thank you. Have a good evening.